How can pain be a gift?
First of all, I don't think pain's a gift.
It's hard to call it a gift, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's at least when you've been dealing with pain for so long, it's definitely not it's not a gift. It's a curse for sure.
yeah.
Um, when you're
I
in chronic pain,
100% agree with that one for chronic pain. Like it's hard to call it a gift. There's a
right?
lot of other things that I'd call it, but not a gift.
Yeah. If you got injured and you learn something from that injury and you recover from it, then it can be a gift. You're learning from it,
Hmm.
right? But chronic pain, I guess if I had to say the gift that comes from longer pain, it would be I can look at people and I can tell what's ailing them or what's wrong with them before they even know what's wrong with them,
Hmm.
or before most doctors know what's wrong with them, because I've been dealing with it for so long, and I've been dealing with so many people with injuries for so long. um, Now, to make it clear, I'm not a physical therapist, I'm not a doctor. I just, for some reason, I'm the guy that everybody keeps coming to, and I keep telling them
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
not a doctor, I'm not a physical therapist.
That's once
You need to
again
see them first.
really similar to me. Like in my old town, like I became that guy. Like physical therapists would refer to me when they had patients that they couldn't quite work out why they were still in pain or doing something. They go, "You should go see this weird guy that does all this neurosciencey stuff." And yeah, so I think pain specialists end up being, it's such a niche area. It's really hard to find people that you can trust that have that experience.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a science and experience all wrapped into one. You have to you have to
Yeah.
really know a lot about the human body, and if you have experience with pain, you can kind of sympathize, and that's kind of part of the gift of it. You can sympathize with people that are in pain, and if you don't,
Definitely good for
you know what I
empathy.
mean?
Yeah.
Empathy. I'm sorry. No, yeah, that's a better word. And
Yeah.
if
I
you,
find,
'cause-
yeah, I find it really, especially like if I do some like other people that have had hip replacements. It's such a very specific type of pain, and it is big, and it's normally because we've had chronic pain, and then you get a replacement, and then there's about 12 months of more pain with it. Um, it's really hard to relate to. I find, well, me personally, I found it really hard to relate to people that hadn't had either that specific pain or some kind of chronic pain. And it really made me feel quite isolated. So that's why I go, it's hard to see it as a gift, because pain, just by its nature, is quite isolating, isn't it?
right. Yeah, exactly. Completely agree. Because that pain is, oh, well, it's just your hip, just rehab it. Well, that pain in your hip just traveled up to your back, and
Mm.
then it put more pressure on your knee on the opposite side because you're compensating. And then, so it's like this trickle effect. And then when you're saying to people, I can't do this, I can't do this. Well, it's been a year. Why can't you do it? Well,
Yeah.
it takes time because the pain of the surgery and then the pain of the rehab is a completely different pain.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's the hardest sort of. I think the emotional pain in rehab I found harder than the physical pain to deal with,
Mm-hmm.
because
I
most of
think,
all
right.
of that rehab and recovery is now I'm being asked to do things that I don't really like doing. Like they're not enjoyable. It's not why I lift weights. It's not the movements that give me joy or pleasure. So now I'm doing these things that I don't really like doing to deal with something that I don't really want to have to deal with, and that it's taken me a long way from where I want to be. Uh, so I think that kind of pain as well. It's a good teacher for sure, and you can learn lessons from it.
Right.
That's why I say, I have other words than gift. But I'd say pain is a really good teacher, or can be.
Yes, teacher, not
Mm.
gift, for sure. Completely agree with you on that.